So hey guys, welcome to the channel. And today we have with us a software engineer at Shopee who could enter Singapore in the month of July. That means in the middle of the COVID-19 outbreak. He is here to share his experience, what kind of difficulties he had to face, what kind of precautions he had to take while traveling during the time of the pandemic. And he will also tell you that how can you make your entry to Singapore easier during this pandemic. So, Shashank, before starting, I would like to first of all know that can you just tell us something about yourself, like your academic background or your career background in brief?
So I did my bachelor's in 2018. I graduated in 2018. After that, I worked in a couple of startups in India before relocating to Singapore.
Okay. So, in last year, Shopee was hiring in India very aggressively, and that's why you could also get a chance to interview for Shopee. Is it correct?
Yeah. So I applied around in the late December last year. So yeah, so my interview process started back then.
Late December last year. And you applied for which position?
I applied for a backend engineer role.
Nice. And did you apply from the career website or somebody give you a referral for Shopee?
Yeah. So actually, I came around on one post in LinkedIn. So it was a Shopee employee only. So I applied through the referral link. So it helped in
Oh.
getting the call.
So, hey Shashank, can you confirm that on which date, around which month or which date did you get the offer confirmation?
Yeah, so I got the offer in the late January. Actually, I remember the date as well. It was 23rd January. And the part is like around the same date, the world got to know that this COVID situation is quite evolving and it has a potential to become a pandemic. Yeah.
Oh wow! So what a timing! Like some good news and some bad news from the world, both coming at the same time for you. Moving on from your offer confirmation, can you tell us so did Shopee start your EP process upfront, or did the EP process start getting delayed right from the beginning?
No. The offer process started upfront. Once I accepted the offer, in couple of days, the HR got get back to me to submit the required details, and the EP process was started. And I would say it took around 3 weeks to complete the EP. And I also remember the next date as well. It was around 20 February. I got the EP as well. Yeah, so
Oh, so
there
on
was
20
not.
February you got IPA, I think the in.
Yeah. I got the IPA. Yeah, I got.
So, since you got the IPA confirmation on 20 February, why did you not book the flight upfront and just came to Singapore? Like, why did
Yeah.
you have to wait for a long time to come here?
Yeah. So the thing was, I had not resigned in my current company till then. So I took some time to resign, and the official notice period was 2 months there.
Oh,
So to complete everything, it was just too possible for me to come in April only. Yeah.
oh, so
So
later on, those 2 months costed you like 5 months.
yeah, those 2 months costed me 5 months. Yeah.
So, can you tell us you waited for 2 months and you had an IPA, but maybe in March you came to know that the flights are not working and things
Yeah.
situation is
Yeah. Yeah.
getting deteriorated. So what happened after that?
Yeah, so let me tell you. So my concern was India and Singapore. So both were quite stable at that point. So I still thought that I would be able to travel. I did not give much thought to this. So, but in around 19 March, I think Singapore started to add the added restriction to have the entry approval. And also in couple of days, only essential workers, those who were in the health industry or travel industry, were being allowed to come. And at the same time interval in India, the lockdown was announced on the 24 March for 21 days. So at that point, I was completely sure that I was not going to travel.
So you came to know that you will not be able to enter Singapore anytime soon. Then what steps did your company take for you to facilitate your entry to Singapore?
So actually, the thing is, the Singapore went into a circuit breaker for 2 months till 1 June. So till that point, there was not much the company could do as well. Since I had to work to allow to me work, I should have a work valid EP to work, right? So there was not much to the company just told me that we have to wait for some time till the situation relaxes and they will try their best to get me as soon as possible. So around mid-May, I started searching like, is there any option to travel and all? So I came to know about some the flights that are still operating, and yeah, so I chose to opt that later on.
But to take a flight, you should first have an entry approval, but you did not have an entry approval by June also. So, what is the procedure of this entry approval? What kind of approval is this? Can you tell us?
Yeah, definitely. So let me tell you. So just I was quite active from the May, and so once the circuit breaker period ended, we could apply for entry approval through the company HR. So the thing is, the company HR will submit a request to MOM for this entry approval. And let's say if you get entry approval, say today is 23rd. So if you get an entry approval for 23rd October, you would be allowed to enter Singapore between 22nd to 24th. So it's a plus minus
Mm.
1 day period limit that you get. So from June onwards, I started applying for those things, and finally my approval came for 11 July. So yeah,
Oh, nice. So, how many attempts did you have to make for getting this approval?
yeah. So if I remember, it was 9 attempts. In ninth attempt, it was approved.
Oh my God, lucky number nine. So,
Yeah,
congratulations, belated congratulations for getting that approval. And that's why we are here and we are talking about your entry. So,
yeah, definitely.
once you got this approval, how did you book flight? Like, did you take the Vande Bharat flights or what kind of
Yeah,
flights
yeah.
were running up at that time?
Yeah. So this Vande Bharat flights were running. So till around May, it started to Singapore from May only. But since Singapore was in circuit breaker period, so it was operating just one way. So people were just carried back from here to India. But from June, the government of India declared that if you have the approval, you could board this flight to get to Singapore. I would like to just elaborate more on the process. So it's like first, the main thing is you have to first get the details from the Indian government, then when these flights are approving. Once you have the scheduled date of flight, you can then apply for entry approval on those dates. And if you are lucky to get approval, then you can book the ticket through the Air India website. So yeah,
Oh, so
so
there are
I
only Air India flights were running at that time.
yeah only Air India flights are running. Yes.
So, moving on from your flight thing to entering in Singapore, like first time when you land in Singapore, what kind of precautions you had to take, and did you have to pay something? Like, tell us the procedure. What was the experience of entering into Singapore during COVID?
So once you reach here, uh, uh, the facilitators there will guide you to a dedicated hotel. So I was guided to Ritz Carlton. So I had to do quarantine there for 14 days. So on the 11th day, there was a swab test that they conduct, and thankfully it was negative. And like till if you have to travel right now, you have to submit a negative RT-PCR test result as well. This should be
Oh,
within the 72 hours of the journey date that you will travel on. Yeah.
nice, nice. So, can you also tell, like, for this Ritz Carlton, I definitely this was not free stay, right? You had to pay some money for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stay. So, what kind of money did you have to pay, and whom did you have to pay? Like, did you pay to the hotel or did you pay to somebody else?
Yeah. So in my case, company took care of this. So
Hmm.
Shopee took care of this part and they paid to the yeah.
Oh, nice. That's really considerate of them that if they are
Yeah.
onboarding people in the time of COVID, they are still paying their hotels, and which makes a lot of sense because, yeah, anyways, like when I entered Singapore, my company paid 10 days of hotel, but that was for house hunting. But
Okay.
in your case, right, 2 weeks of quarantine hotel stay. After that, did you get any other stay for house hunting, or how did you manage that part?
No, I did not get any additional stay. So during that quarantine only, I managed to find a housing here. So just when it ended, I shifted to this house. Yeah.
That's amazing. And finally, like so, this was around July 25. Your quarantine ended, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So after that, when did you join Shopee?
So I joined on the first week of August. I joined on 3rd August to be precise.
Oh, 3rd August. That's great. And lastly, I would like to ask, do you have any tips or anything ad hoc that you want to share with our viewers that can help them if they are still looking for EPA processing, or if they already have an IP and their approval is rejecting? Any tips you have for them?
So I would say to have faith in the process first of all. Keep applying, and these are testing times, but hopefully your time would come soon.
So absolutely, Shashank, I also second your opinion. And definitely, guys, if you are still in India and looking to travel to Singapore for your job purpose or even for your honeymoon purpose, have faith in the process. And just like Shashank, maybe you will also get an approval and later on you can come to Singapore. Many thanks, Shashank. Let's catch up sometime soon.
So guys, if you like the video, please do like, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. I would say it's a very good channel and the content is very valuable. You will, if you are planning to come to Singapore or want to know about more about the place, please stick to this channel and subscribe the bell icon.
And guys, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions for us, do drop them in the comment section, and I and Shashank will try our best to reply to them. Peace.
Peace.